Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to cover some more examples of PDA construction. Hope you have already go through the previous lecture for the PDA tuples and how we can define the PDAs and what are the definitions of PDA, what is the difference of PDA and NFAs, etc. So in this lecture we will be continuing with the same example and we will see how we can define the tuples corresponding to the PDA examples and PDA language, and how we can describe the instantaneous description. By instantaneous description we mean that how we can show the string acceptance for a PDA like we have done for the NFAs and DFA, but here the format is a little bit different. So we will go through all those details in this lecture. Secondly, we will be considering 5 examples of PDA construction here. So all the examples are very much similar. I am just changing, making a little change to next example from the previous example so that you can easily understand the concept of PDA, and these concept you can apply for any question. Okay, so we are just covering the concept of PDA with a simple example so that you can go through all the patterns of PDA questions, right? So let's start with the lecture with the previous example. As we have the language this a raised to power n c a raised to power n, where the minimum string acceptance is for this a, c and a. So we will be describing all the tuples of PDA for this particular language, and also we will be covering the IDs or instantaneous description for this string. Okay, how we can show the acceptance of this string by this PDA. So we will be covering all those topics here. Next, as we have already described this example in the previous lecture, lecture number 49. So if here we have to put all the A's received. So as initial symbol of the stack is Z0, and all the A's received before C will be pushed onto the stack, means all A's received. If we have the string like A, C, double A, then we are using this strategy, means we are pushing first two A's onto the stack, and once we come across the C we are changing the state, and then we are popping all other stack, means for this first A we are popping the topmost stack symbol from the stack, and next for the another A we are popping another A from the stack. And when the string is null, when we have the string input as null and the stack top is Z0, we are moving to the final state. So all these concepts are already covered. So here this was a move for the first A. So as we have n is greater than equal to 1, that means we must have at least one A before the C. Okay, so at first A, stack top will be Z0 only. So this is the move for the first A of the string, and for all other A, means to push all other A's onto the stack, this is the step. Okay, so this is pushing all the A's onto the stack, and once we come across the C, we are changing the state to B. Why we are changing the state? Because now we are moving from push operation to the pop operation. Now we have to pop all other A's corresponding to the previously entered A, means all the A's that we have already pushed onto the stack. Now we have to count or match each A with the A received after the C. So here is the pop operation. Okay, secondly we are changing the state because we cannot mix push and pop operation for this case, because once we started the push operation we cannot we are not doing pop operation, and once we are starting with the pop operation then we will be not requiring any push operation. So here we are changing the state from S to B, and after the string is null, means once we reach the end of the string, so string is null and stack top is Z0, and we are keeping the stack top as same, and we are moving to the final state F here, right? So this was the case for acceptance by final state, and the same question can also be done for acceptance by empty store. So or you can solve any question by any acceptance criteria depending on the question statement, right? So now these are the both are the same solution, just we are having here the as one of the final state, and here we are having acceptance by empty store or empty stack, and in last we are making the stack last symbol replacing the last stack symbol with a null to make the stack empty, and we are just showing the acceptance by empty stack here. Okay, so next let's define tuples for these PDAs. Okay, how we can define the tuples for these PDAs. So first we are taking acceptance by, if we have acceptance by final state, so for all such cases we are defining PDA M with Q sigma as transition function, initial state, final state, and here we are having two extra symbols as one of the stack symbol and the set of stack symbol and Z0 as the initial stack symbol. So here these are the states S, B and F, and final set of final state is F only. So here I am taking the same name. You can take any name for the final state. Next, input symbols are A and C only, because we are having input string comprises of A and C. Here we are not having any B, so we will not be taking B as the input symbol here. And S is the initial state for this particular question, and stack symbols are Z0 and A, because we are pushing the Z0 is a default stack symbol or the initial stack symbol, and we are pushing A onto the stack, so A is also our stack symbol, but we are not pushing C onto the stack, as we are the question is not demanding to push the C onto the stack, so C is not considered as a stack symbol here. So Z0 and A are the only stack symbol. We may have different symbols for stack, means instead of A you can have X, Y, any other symbol for the stack. In that cases we will be covering in further lectures. So these are the tuples for this particular language or context free language we have here. Next we have to define the transitions. So for defining the transition, as here we have from the state S we are having three transition, 1, 2 and 3. So corresponding to the state S we have to write all three transitions. So this is the way, this is the same way we are writing. We have written the moves in the previous lecture. So all the transitions are written like this, means transition from the start state S for input symbol A, and if the stack top is Z0. So this is for the first transition. For this we will be writing this, we are moving to the same state S and replacing the stack top Z0 with A Z0. So this is the way to write the transition, A Z0. Okay, so second transition for S is same transition from S for input symbol A, and the stack top is also A for all other A. We are defining this transition, means we are moving to the same state S and replacing the stack top by double A. Okay, and for the third transition, this we will be marking like this, from S for input symbol C, and the stack top must be A. If we are having C as input symbol, the stack top must be A, because we need at least one A. Then we are moving to the state B. Now we are changing the state to B, and we are replacing the stack top by the same symbol, that is A. So this is the transition. These are the transition for the state S, means for initial state. Same way you can define transition for B like this. So from B for input symbol A we are moving to, and the stack top is A, and we are moving to the same state B and replacing the stack top by null, and from B. Now next transition is this, or the final transition from B. If the input is null, for this we are having this transition. If the input is null, now stack top is Z0, we are moving to the final state and replacing Z0 by Z0. So these are the transitions for this particular language. You have to define all transition and all the tuples in exam for the given PDA language. Okay, now next we have to show the string acceptance, or we have to write instantaneous description or IDs for a string. For a particular string we have to show acceptance or rejection, means if we are ending with a final state the string is accepted, otherwise the string is rejected, as the PDAs are also showing only acceptance and rejection like NFS, DFS. But here we have another option of emptying star. emptying store means if we are having empty stack, that will also indicate the acceptance of string, otherwise the string is rejected. So here for string acceptance we have to include all the three states, mean the present state is suppose S at the start of the string and the string is ACA and the stack symbol, present stack symbol is Z0. So you have to write all these things, means present state, present input symbols and the remaining input symbols and the present stack symbol, means you have to write this. This is describing a state of the machine, so we are calling it an instant of the machine or instantaneous description. Now moving to the next instance, we have this, means from S for input symbol A, and if the stack top is Z0, if stack top is Z0, so this is forming this instant, it is forming this combination. So we have to make this transition now, as input is A that we are considering here, the stack top is Z0. This is very much similar to the sentential form of grammar, as we were moving from one sentential form to another sentential form by application of grammar production rule. So here we are moving from one ID to another ID by application of one of the transition. Okay, and this is the symbol, this symbol is representing ID, means from one ID to another ID, this symbol will represent the transmission. Okay, so now let's write next ID. So from S for input symbol A, we are having this as a transition. So we are moving from S to S, means next state is also S, and we are replacing stack top by A Z0. So here as A symbol is already considered, the remaining input symbols are C and A, and now the present stack top is A and the next stack top is Z0. So you have to write the complete string and the complete stack symbol. Now we have to consider this C and the present stack top is A and the present state is S. So this these three symbols are forming this combination now, means from S for C as an input symbol and A as a stack top, we are moving to the B. So next ID will have B as a present state, and as we have already considered C, so we will not be writing C anymore, the remaining input is A only, and now the present stack symbol is A, means we are moving from S to B here but leaving the same stack top, means we are replacing A with A at the stack top. So here the stack top is not changed, so we are having same symbols on the stack as the previous ID. Okay, so next from this combination we are forming B as a symbol and next input is A, also the next stack top is A. So this is forming this combination from B for input symbol A. So this is the combination transition we need to consider now. So from B for input symbol A, stack top is A, we are moving to B and replacing stack top by a null. So this stack top will be replaced by null for the next ID. Okay, so next ID will be, we are moving to B only. Now we are now we are having null as the input because all the input symbols are considered. Now Z0 A is replaced by null, so we are having only Z0 as a stack top. Now from this we are having this combination, means this transition will work now, and we will be moving to the state F with null input and stack top as Z0. Okay, so this is the way how to write IDs and this is the way how to write transitions. So let's please note down these IDs, and you have to mention these IDs, these transition and these tuples for every question. Okay, so this is the same that I had just written. Next, if this is the case for the acceptance by final state, but if we have acceptance by empty store, then in that case we have to make a little bit changes for the final transition and also for the final ID here, and also we will not be requiring final state anymore. Okay, so if we are considering acceptance by empty store, then in that case the final transition will be changed like this, means we are moving to the same state as we have this transition. So we are moving to the same state here, and we are just replacing moving to the same state and replacing the stack top by null, means we are making the stack top to be popped and z naught will be replaced by null here, and the final state is no more required, and the IDs, last ID will be having this move, means we are moving from on the empty string and stack top is z naught, we are moving to the same state B and leaving the stack top as null, and also the input is null. Okay, so this will be the final ID or the last ID for our PDA with acceptance by empty store. Okay, from now we will be considering the construction of PDA only, and you have to mention the tuples, transitions and IDs by your own. I am not mentioning it because it consumes lot of time. Okay, so for this question the requirement is as n must be greater than equal to 1, so minimum string for acceptance is 0 1. Okay, so minimum string is 0 1 to be accepted, and next minimum can be 00 11. So same number of zeros followed by same number of ones is our requirement, and we will be carrying this question for all further example, means example number 3, 4 and 5 we will be taking same language with a little bit of variation. Okay, so for those variation you can learn the concepts of PDA. Next, for this requirement, as we require 0 and 1, so what is the need of stack here? We need stack just as a z naught is this initial stack symbol now to count the number of zeros, means whether we have received same number of zeros or not. So we will be pushing all the zeros received before we start receiving ones, and after that for every one we will be cancelling out every zero. Okay, and if the input is null, means if we reached at the end of the input string that is null and the stack top is also null, then we can declare the acceptance, means if we have cancelled out same number of ones with same number of zero, that means we have reached the end of the string and we have reached the end of the stack, means we have at the last stack top as z naught, that means the string is accepted and we are having equal number of zeros and equal number of ones in the input string, right? So we have to use this phenomena, this method like we have used in the previous example. Now we will be pushing all the zeros onto the stack, and again once we start receiving one we will be starting with the pop operation, means we will pop all the zeros and we will cancel out every zero for every one. Okay, so let's start with the question. For this initial state is suppose S, and from S we must have at least one zero, as n is greater than equal to 1 we must have 0 1 as the initial state, and for 1 0 for the first 0 we will be having z naught as a stack top symbol. So for first 0 we will be surely having z naught as a stack top symbol, and we will be replacing it with 0 z naught. By this replacement we mean that we are pushing first 0 onto the stack. Okay, so here z naught is replaced by 0 z naught, that means we have pushed first 0. So z naught is replaced by 0 z naught, that means we have pushed this particular 0 onto the top of the stack. Now for the next 0, the stack top must be the 0. Okay, for all other zeros received for except for the first 0 we will be having 0 as a stack top. So we will be replacing having stack top as 0, and we will be replacing this stack top by 00, means we are pushing all other zeros onto the stack. So here is a new stack top now for all other 0, and this loop or this transition will work for n minus 1 number of zeros. Okay, for first 0 we are having this transition, and for n minus 1 0 this will be our transition to work. Next, once we start getting 1, so we have to change the state because we cannot mix push and pop operations here. So once we start getting 1 we need to change the state from initial state to another state. So here we are suppose moving to the state number A, where we can perform the pop operation. So for every 1 received, we have 0 on the stack top. We must have 0 on the stack top, because if we are getting 1, we surely have 0 on the stack top, otherwise the string must be rejected. So for every 1 we need to replace 0 by a null, means we are performing the pop operation here. Like in the previous example, we were having C as a center point and we were changing the state, but we were keeping the same stack top. But here the requirement is that we need to pop the stack symbols for every 0. Okay, so we will be moving from S to A and also popping the same stack top, means replacing the stack top by a null, and we have to repeat this process for all other ones. So 1, and for all other 1 we will be having 0 as a stack top and we will be replacing it with a null. Okay, so we will be repeating this step n number of time, n minus 1 number of time, and this is performed for the one time while we were changing. We cannot make these pop operation at S, because it will mix push and pop, means after 1 we can have the 0 inserted, or 1 and again we are having a pop operation then a push. So we cannot mix these operations. Once we are done with this part, first part, only then we can start with the next part. Okay, so please take care of these things, where we need to change state or where we can have move on the same state. This you need to be consider. Okay, next, once the input is null, means from A we are getting null as the input, then we can move. We will be having Z0 as a stack top. Okay, as we have already discussed, Z0 will be the stack top and we will be replacing Z0 by Z0 if we are showing acceptance by final state. So if we are having acceptance by final state, then we are keeping the same stack top here, and if we want to show acceptance by initial state, then you can have this move here, means null input is null, now stack top is Z0, replace stack top by null and we can show the acceptance. Then you can ignore this step. Okay, so this will be for acceptance by empty store and this is for acceptance by final state. You can use either option. Okay, so this is the clear formation of the question, means acceptance by final state, and this is the same question that I had just drawn, and this is for acceptance by empty store. You can have the empty move to next state also. Okay, but we need not to mark this state as a final state. You can have this transition to the same state also, or you can mark this transition to new state. So it's your choice. You can either have this transition with the same state, or you can mark this transition to the next state also. Okay, so either options are okay. So let's start with the next question, where we will be using this language only with a little bit of difference. So our next language is this, where we require 1 followed by 0 raised to power n, 1 raised to power n, means 1 followed by n number of zeros followed by n number of ones. So here, as n is greater than equal to 1, so this portion of the question is same as the previous one. Okay, so we have the same logic as example number 2 we have just considered. Now this one is required. Now for this one, means as a minimum string is 101 and next possible string can be 10011 and next possible can be 000, means any number of 0 followed by same number of ones. So these are the possible options of the acceptable strings for this particular question. Now, do we need to push this first one onto the stack? No, because this one's concept is exactly similar to the DFA's concept. We just need to accept this one, means the string must start with a 1, then it must have n0 followed by n number of ones. So the string must start with a 1, but we need not to match this one with any of other string or any other symbol. So we need not to push this one onto the stack. Remember, if we are given with a question where we don't need to push, means we don't require to push anything onto the stack, means we will be pushing some symbol onto the stack if and only if we required it to match with some other symbol, or if we require to count the match with any other symbol. Otherwise we can just receive the input and move to the next state by keeping the same stack top. Okay, so here we just need, from the initial state S, we just need to keep the track that we have received this one, and after that we can start with the same question that we have done in the previous example. So from the initial state, first symbol must be 1, and at that time Z0 will be the stack top, and we have to keep the stack top as same, because we are not in requirement of pushing this one to the stack, because this one will not be considered for any other symbol later. Okay, so we can just keep this symbol and receive this symbol and move to the next state to start the normal question. Okay, as we have done in the previous example. So here for this question we just need to add, this is the same question that we have done for example 1 for this particular statement. So this is the same question for this one we just need to add one extra state. So here I am adding one extra state, that is I am naming it as S dash and making it as a new initial state, and from S we can start this question if and only if we have received first one. Okay, so for first one we just need to make one transition here, and that transition is here, one stack top is Z0 and replace the Z0 with Z0 and move to the next state, from where we can start with zeros and 0 raised to power n and then 1 raised to power n. So this is a simple, very simple approach for this type of question. If we have the language like 1 0 double 1 0 raised to power n 1 raised to power n, for these type of question you may need to make two transitions before starting with this check. Okay, but you need not to push these two ones onto the stack, you just need to make two transitions to receive these two ones and move to the next state. Okay, so as here we were having only one input symbol as 1, so we have made only one transition. But if you have double 1 or any other string, you can simply make a transition, or like a DFA you simply, if we have double 1 then you need to make two transition, means from S dash S double dash we will introduce a new string here, new state as S dash here. If we have two ones, so introduce a new state S dash and make a new transition as this 1 Z0 and replace it with Z0, because we need not to push these two ones onto the stack and the question is done, because these two ones are we just need to receive these two ones, but we did not need to keep track of these ones. So we have received first one and we have received second one, then we can start with 0 raised to power n 1 raised to power n. Okay, so coming to the next example, this example is also very much similar to the previous example. Here the only requirement is this, the number of ones must be 2 greater than the number of zeros. So if we have minimum number of zeros as 1, then number of ones required are 3. Okay, so number of ones will be 2 greater than the number of zeros. So this is a minimum string for this question. Next minimum can be, if we have 2 zeros, then number of ones will be 2 greater. So we have 4 number of ones. If we have 3 zeros, then we have 5 ones. Okay, so you can pause the video and you can think by yourself how we can solve this question. This is very similar, we just need 2 extra ones here. Okay, so all other options are same, we just need to keep track of 2 extra ones here. Like in previous question we have 2 ones at the start of the string, here we are having 2 ones at the center of the string. Okay, or at the end of the string. You can make logic for both type of question, means you can consider last 2 ones as the extra ones, or you can consider first 2 ones as the extra one. Okay, so it's up to you, but I am using the logic where I am considering first 2 ones as the extra one. Okay, so these two ones are the extra one here. I need to keep track of these two extra ones. Then I can use our same logic that we have done for 0 raised to power n and 1 raised to power n. I just need to consider these two extra one, means I need to track these two ones only. Okay, and while tracking these two ones, I just need to keep the same stack symbol, means for these two symbols, once we are received all the 0, as z0 is a stack top, initially we have pushed 3 zeros onto the stack. Okay, now for these two ones, for first one we are keeping the same stack top, and also for the second one we are keeping the same stack top. We are just changing the state. We are making two transition, one for this and one for this. So we are just changing the state for this one and also for this one, but we are keeping the same stack top, means we are not changing the stack top. And after this, for all other ones, we are making a pop operation. Okay, so starting from the third one, we are cancelling out all the zeros. Fourth one and the fifth one is this. Now the input is null and stack top is z0, and we can show the acceptance. Okay, so we have to just consider these first two ones, because we need two extra ones. If we have the condition of n plus 3, then we have to consider 3 extra ones here. Okay, so this depends on the question and the language given to you, context free language. Now let's check the PDF for this question. So the PDF for this particular question is this. This logic is same as the 0 raised to power n, means we are receiving 0 raised to power 1 n here. Next we are just keeping track of the two ones. Okay, so now for next we are just considering first one and keeping the same stack top. Again we are considering the same stack top here, and we are moving to the state B. So here we have pushed all the 0 onto the stack by initial state, and once we start getting 1, we are just changing the state to A. We are moving from S to A, again we are moving from A to B, keeping just considering or receiving the input and keeping the same stack top. Okay, again we are getting next one, and we are keeping the same stack top and moving to the next state B, and from B we will be starting with the pop operation here. Okay, so all other ones after two extra ones, so these are the transition for two extra ones. From third one we will be performing the pop operation at the state B, and at the end of the string we are moving to the final state C. Okay, so this is the way how you need to think and how you need to define PDAs corresponding to the given context free language. If you have, you can also make the logic to consider these two extra ones after at the end of the string. Okay, so that you have to try by yourself, otherwise this logic is also okay, and this will solve our purpose and accept all the strings of this language. Now coming to our next question, this is our next question where we have 0 raised to power n and 1 raised to power m, 2 raised to power p. Now the condition is n is greater than equal to 1. That means we must have 1 0 in the string. So input string must contain a 0. Next condition is n is equal to m plus p, means we must have the zeros equal to number of 0 equal to number of 1 plus number of 2. So if we are having 1 0 in the string, then the minimum string can either be, means either m can be 0. If m is 0, then p must be 1, means we must have minimum string as 0 2, or if the m is 1, then p can be 0, then the minimum string is 0 1. Okay, so the minimum string is 0 1 or 0 2, and after that we can have, if we have two zeros, then we can have either with 2 1, or we can have 2 symbol as 2. Here the terminals are the input symbols are 0 1 and 2. So inputs are, we have three input symbols here, 0 1 and 2. Right? Now other possibility for two zeros is 1 and 2, because we need number of zeros as the sum of number of ones and sum of number of 2 for this type of question. Also try to write the context free grammar. If you are unable to write the question, if you found any doubt, you can contact me. Otherwise you can easily I think you can easily write the context free grammar for this language also. So let's start with PDA construction only. For this question, once we are done with 0 raised to power n, means firstly we need to receive all zeros, then you need to receive all ones, 1 raised to power m, and then you need to receive all 2s, 2 raised to power p. Now our requirement is that number of 0 must be equal to number of ones and number of 2s. Okay, so for this requirement we need to push all the zeros onto the stack. We have to push all the zeros onto the stack. Suppose we are having this question, this string, so considering this string as input, so for this string we have 2 zeros, so we are pushing both zeros onto the stack. Now once we start getting 1, so now the push operation is over. So for this one we have to cancel out, as we have these two, this as the string, so we have considered this 0, also consider this 0. Now for this one we need to pop 1 0 from the stack. Next for this 2 we need to pop another 0 from the stack. Okay, and at the end the string is in input null and the stack top is z0, so we have the acceptance criteria, so the string is accepted. Okay, so for this is the PDA. This is the logic for receiving all the zeros here, and this is the logic for receiving all the ones, and for every one we have to pop 1 0 from the stack. Okay, so we are receiving all the zeros here, all the zeros are received here. From first one we are starting with the pop operation, and for all other ones we are starting the pop operation. Now here this up to this point the grammar is the PDA is very much similar to the all other question. Now for this 2p, once we start getting 2, the stack top, if we are having 2 in the input string, the stack must have zeros. Okay, so stack top must be a 0, so the stack top is 0 and we have to start again with the pop operation. Okay, now like once we have to pop 2s from the zeros from the stack corresponding to every 2 received in the input string. So here we are performing the pop operation for 2 stack top is 0 and replace it with a null and move to the next state. As the string is ended and the stack top is z0, we can replace it with the same, or if we have acceptance by empty store, then we can replace the stack top by null and move to the next non-final state. Okay, if we are showing acceptance by empty store. So this is the case, or this is a simple transition diagram for PDA for this particular language. But here if you check carefully, one case is not considered yet. Means if we have zeros, 2 zeros in the string and we are not having any ones in the string, means if we have zeros and then we are having 2s. Okay, so this will also be, this string must be accepted, but we have no path from 0 if we get 2. Okay, so after 0 if we have 2s in the string, then I need to mention that possibility also, means we have to consider all the paths in the transitions. Okay, so now we need after 0, if we are not starting with ones, then we must be having 2s in the string. Okay, and for that we must be moving to the state B. So I need to make a direct move to B for this case, means if we after 0 if we are getting zeros we are getting 2s, then again the string must be accepted. If it is fulfilling the criteria, means number of zeros equal to number of 2s, the string must be accepted. So here is the case for that. Okay, still we are missing with one case here. If we are having two zeros, so this is the case if we have only zeros and then we are having twos, right? But still one case is missing if we are having zeros and then we are having only ones. Okay, but we are not having any string of twos in this string, but the criteria is fulfilled, mean number of zeros are equal to sum of number of ones and sum of number of twos. So the string must be accepted here, and for that we need to add one more transition, means after ones, means once we have popped all the ones from the string, and if we reached at the end of the string, so we have pushed all the zeros, and for all the ones we have cancelled out the corresponding zeros, and now we are having input as null and the stack top is z0, so the string must be accepted here. Okay, so for that we are not having any twos in the string, so for this we need to make a new transition that can directly accept the string if the criteria is fulfilled. So from ones we need to make this transition to the final state, means if the input is null and stack top is z0, replace it with z0 if we are having acceptance by final state. So if we have string of zeros and ones only, then it must also be accepted. So we are having a path from A to C for the same. Okay, I hope you have no doubt for these questions. If you have any doubt, you can contact me, and you can also send me on the WhatsApp. So this question that you need to try by yourself is, you have to construct push down automata for this given language where we have 0 raised to power n, 1 raised to power n. The only condition is n must be greater than 1, means we must have number of zeros greater than number of ones. So if the zeros are 2, we must have 1 1. Okay, but we cannot have equal number of zeros and equal number of ones in the string. So number of zeros must be greater than the number of ones. So please try to construct this PDA by yourself, and in next lecture we will be considering more examples of PDA and examples and definition related with the non-deterministic PDA. Till then, bye and keep practicing.